Hi, it's Gillian here with another wig review for you today, and this is a Raquel Welch wig, and it's in the gorgeous Editor's Pick Elite Shaded Biscuit colour. So that is, let me just double check because I've got the colour code right here. It is RL1923SS. Now, unfortunately, my camera is flopped round because I don't have my wig stand. My wig stand, not my wig stand. My head is just like not working today at all. My phone stand, so I have to do it with the camera around this way. So this is the gorgeous Shaded Biscuit, which is a very, very popular blonde colour from Raquel. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous popular style. The sort of curly, shorter hairstyles are really coming in now. And with us now in summer, it's an actually perfect style to have, where it's much, much cooler around the neck area. It's not obviously a lot of hair and length. It's actually a superb, superb wig. She is fabulous. I would never have considered a wig like this before, but I've seen her on other people and I thought I'm going to give her a try, and oh my goodness, fell in love with her and this colour too. So cap wise, she's beautiful. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So it looks like it's a kind of closed cap. Actually, there are partial wefts there too, and it's hand tied on the top. It's a mono top and lace front. Something that Raquel does incredibly well is her lace fronts, because every time she puts the lighter piece of the blonde at the front of the lace, which actually disguises any knotting in particular, because knotting is a little bit more visible in the darker shades, and obviously with having the root, it does lend itself to a more realistic look, but you don't want to have big dark knots that are a bit more visible. So that is such a clever, clever way to have it. So she is beautiful. Love, love, love her. She is just stunning. Look at that colour. That colouring is just gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. It's just, the blend is just so, so beautiful. Sorry, slight interruption there with the dog barking. So yeah, the colour in this is just so beautiful. Really, really nice tones. It's very, very cool in colour, but there is some warmth within it. But overall, I would say she sits as a very, very cool blonde. Just stunning. So I'm going to pop her on so that you can actually see. Okay. Now, I've not had her on my head for a little while. So she's not obviously straight out the box, brand new. I have had her on, I have had a play around, and I have manipulated the fibres with a wide tooth comb, and also sprayed as well to sort of get her back to the sort of curl that she came with. So she is sitting a little bit more zhuzhy than I would like, but she is beautiful. And this bit here at the front, you can obviously play around, and you can have it up or you can have it down, because this is obviously a shorter style. Having the mono top gives you the option where you can part this wig in any direction. So for instance, I don't tend to play around with these fibres very much, because I find once I get it sitting exactly the way I want it, I don't really like to play around with it too much, because I am quite scared. I'm always in awe of these girls that really know what they're doing with these wigs, and they do all sorts to them, whereas I'm absolutely terrified. But I'm just going to leave it like that, because actually that is really, really nice, because I do like how this bit here is sitting, and you can just pull that forward a little bit so that it looks more like a fringe. How gorgeous is that? That is so pretty. Sorry if you hear dogs barking, at least it's not mine. Well, I'm surprised mine's not actually joining in. So, there we go. How absolutely gorgeous is that style? So pretty. I mean, I'm obviously very casual today. Denim jacket, little black top, jeans. But this, if you were going to a wedding and you had a fascinator in, or you know, you're dressed up, going out for a night out with your girlfriends, even if you're just going for lunch or cocktails or whatever, this style would work very much both ways. It's a very flexible style. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. That curl is stunning. Now obviously you can see my ears, so you would just like play with the fibres, and you would honestly, just using your fingers is enough to separate the fibres. You don't even really need to use a wide tooth comb in this style in particular. You know, you want to be very careful and mindful at the end of the day that this is a synthetic wig. Now, this wig is slightly different in that Raquel calls this a true to life fibre. The difference being that this can have heat applied. Oh my god, that terrifies the life out of me. It terrifies the life out of me. I just would not do it. I wouldn't recommend it, but there are girls out there that have probably quite happily used heat on this. Literally, I would only use the heat off the palm of your hands. That is enough to actually hold style in place, believe it or not. I just think at the end of the day, it is synthetic, it's not real hair, and you want these fibres to last as long as possible. So everything you do to that is going to shorten its life. So really bear that in mind. And because the style is baked in, you're going to get this style each and every time. If you go out and there's a little bit of rain, a little bit of dampness in the air, moisture, whatever, you know, you might end up with a little bit of sweat in the back of your neck. And you might get a little bit of knotting in the back. You are going to have to manipulate those fibres very gently, again with your little wide tooth comb, a little bit of spray to dampen it down. But literally, the good thing about this is that it will go back right to the way it was when it came out the box. Pretty much. Obviously the extra shine's not going to be there, and maybe the ultra softness isn't going to be there, but the actual style will, because these styles are baked in, which is what sets them apart really from human hair. And you would think human hair, that has to be the best. And absolutely, you know, at the end of the day, there's nothing quite like real hair, but at the end of the day, it's still not really real hair. It's real hair, and it's just not growing out your head. But you're going to have to style it. It's going to be a lot more hard work. And if you're somebody that's good at styling, fantastic, then absolutely human hair. But if you're somebody like myself who enjoys going to the salon, really likes to have my blow dry done and have my hair exactly salon perfect every single time, then you might not want to go down the human hair route, because there is a lot more maintenance, a lot more terms of, you know, styling, etc., to sort of have that same look. Whereas you just take it out the box, you give it a shake, you plop it on your head, you are good to go. To me, it's a bit of a no-brainer. So that is why I've always went down the synthetic route. And maybe one day we'll try the human hair just to sort of see for sure. But I think I will always want to come back to synthetic, just because I know that style's always going to be there. That's the one I saw, that's the one I bought, that's what I want all the time. So just for something for you to bear in mind. And also, I'll just throw it in there while we're talking about synthetic versus human, the colouring is completely different. So, and this is something that I have just recently learned myself, that if you were to go down the human hair route, the colouring is completely different. So it might be called Shaded Biscuit, but in actual fact, the Shaded Biscuit in human hair bears no resemblance to the Shaded Biscuit in the synthetic. So that's another thing to consider as well. Whereas at least you know that if you want Shaded Biscuit in this, and then you want to maybe go for Please Please Please, or one of the other Raquel Welch names that I'm now trying to think, you know, Watch Me Wow, that type of thing, then you know you're going to get exactly the same colour. You know what the sort of layout is and how it's going to work. So something for you to bear in mind. So that's pretty much it on this little bad boy. I say this in every single review that I do. I am independent. I am not attached to anybody. There's nobody paying me for this review. It's purely my views alone. And I like to give a shout out though to good companies, people that I think are worthy of a shout out. So if you're looking for a reputable wig retailer, there is a fantastic one here in the UK that is called Mimo Wigs. They have a fantastic presence on Instagram. They have a great website. There is some fantastic deals to be had. The pricing is superb. Little hidden extras sometimes thrown in. And the packaging is just wonderful. Honestly, when you get that packaging through, not only are you going to be excited at the fact that you're going to have new hair, but just watch how it's packaged and the joy you will have in unwrapping that box. Honestly, it will add to the moment. So definitely give them a big thumbs up and purchase from them if you can. If you want to ask me any questions in relation to Editor's Pick Elite, then please do so. You can leave any questions and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If I don't know the answer, I will find out for you and come back to you as soon as I can. You can subscribe to see some more videos if you want, which would be nice. You can give me a nice thumbs up to say whether you've liked it. Hopefully it's not a big chubby thumbs down. And yeah, hopefully I will catch you guys sometime soon. I really appreciate the fact that you've took the time out to watch this video, and I really hope that you've enjoyed it. Take care, have a good day. Bye.